Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Thursday night, and that could be only one thing. It's time for the experience. It's time for the Wrestling Experience.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host Earl Cole.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole, and you've landed on the mothership once again, ladies and gentlemen. You've landed on Planet Experience, and tonight we're going to be discussing AEW Dynamite. We're also going to be predicting All Out this Sunday, exclusively on BRB Live, pay per view, home, and satellite providers. So tonight we're going to be discussing that. And we're going to be discussing and so much more. Um, my guest is going to be Christina the Diva. I'm not sure if she's available yet. She should be here soon. Um, I sent her the link and everything. So hopefully she'll be here. And but we're going to carry on until when you know when she comes. So while we wait for my guest to pop in here, how was everyone's Thursday? How did you enjoy the Thursday? Well, day off for me tomorrow from work, and we're going to be kicking off the Labor Day weekend. Can't believe it's September already, and the calendar is changing, and everything is changing. Fall is here. It's going to come very soon. The fall, and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, I just can't believe how things have changed so rapidly. And speaking of change, ladies and gentlemen, please let me welcome the one and the only, the newest member of the Hardcore Sports Network, and she's been on my show many times over, Christina the Diva. Let's add it to the screen.
Hi, Earl. How are you this evening?
No, I'm doing fine, Christina. How are you? You look lovely as always.
Oh, thank you very much. Trying to keep myself cool. I mean, it was a cool day, but this weekend's going to be hot. So let's gotta look presentable, per se.
Yeah, exactly. First of all, Christina, let me again congratulate you and welcome you to the Hardcore Sports family. And I'll tell you this much, Christina, you have been a part of my fabric for a very long time. And you are just such a delight with a capital D. And I just
Oh,
and I yes, and I love when you come on my show because I have so much fun with you, and our chemistry is just absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to work with you on a pay per view, a Raw watch along, a SmackDown, and a Collision because it's just like peaches and cream go together, ladies and gentlemen.
oh yes. You had to say peaches and cream. Don't make me hungry, please.
Oh, you're gonna get a lot on this mothership tonight.
Oh, Sam. Okay. Okay.
So, Christina, let me ask you something very important because this is what's going to be on the menu tonight for our show.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss Dynamite. We're gonna go over that,
Okay.
and then you and I are going to predict the matches that we have so far for All Out, and I want your take on it. Plus, we have some wrestling stories to get to. So that's what's on the menu tonight, and we got a lot to get to. But let me ask you something, Christina. What did you make? What did you think of the overall build for last night's go home show for Dynamite?
I mean, given the fact that they just had the biggest wrestling pay-per-view event in London for All In this past Sunday, I mean, to be honest, the build-up was okay. It's just I feel like to have pay-per-views back to back, I mean, that's kind of like very short notice, but not gonna nothing. The build was all right. I mean, I'm glad they're starting to add more matches to the card. So that way people like us, wrestling fans like us, can actually tune in and see what they have in store for us. So I'm actually pretty okay with the build up. However, I feel like it's come love like some of them's kind of a some short notice per se. But if it's gonna be a banger, we have to wait and see.
Right, exactly. I thought the build for last night was okay.
Hmm.
I thought it was okay. The matches were fine. What was very strange. Last night we only got four matches, and
Yeah, that's
I
weird.
read and
That's weird.
that was very bizarre. But anyway, but we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna discuss it. So let's talk about this first match, Christina. It was Commander taking on John Moxley.
Hmm.
The match was fun. The match was fun. And I'll tell you this much. I don't know about you, Christina. I can't speak for you. But I'll tell you something. Let me ask you, don't you think John Moxley's a whirling dervish?
Oh God, is it bad to say I can't get the image of the skewers on his head at all in? Is it that bad?
you need to hear what had to say about that
Okay. Oh
when
God,
I
yeah.
called. It was I was like, holy! I was I couldn't believe what I was watching. I
Oh,
could not believe what I was watching and calling. That one spot.
and mind you, Earl, this was not the first time. This actually happened overseas. He was in a match, and the skewers on his head were way more before than he had on Sunday. So
Oh my
it was
god!
it wasn't the first time. So I said, wait a second, this happened before. And I Google searched and I was like, oh, yep. And I showed my brother, he was like, Lord have mercy. He was like, what the hell is that? I'm like, those are skewers on his head. I'm like, he asked me, am I seeing right? I was like, yeah, you're seeing right. You're seeing what's going down. And I was like,
Right.
no, no,
You're not seeing things, ladies and gentlemen.
no. It was real.
So let me ask you something, Christina. What did you think of the match last night with Commander and Moxley?
I really like Commander. I mean, he's a luchador, and John Moxley, when he comes out, he just I thank God he didn't bleed this time because you've seen the referee with the gloves making sure he doesn't bleed. So that's I noticed that. But the match was really good. I really liked it. It was fun. It was exciting, and I really like Commander because his moveset is insane. I love luchadors. I like luchadors that do crazy stuff with flips and all that, and they put on a good show, a good match, and I love that. So the match was good. I would say the match was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you. Um, and Sean C, how are you? What's up? How are you? And hit that like button. Thank you. Yeah. He's so funny with his comments. Sean C. If you all don't know what he's talking about, I'll explain later. Trust me. But the match was fun. The
Hmm.
match was fine. And like Christina said, I love me some luchador wrestling. You know what? You know what'd be really good for Tony Khan's group, ladies and gentlemen? Why can't he create a cruiserweight champion? I mean,
Yeah.
if he would do that and involve the luchadors in it, then I think that would be highly entertaining.
Oh, I would love to see that. I mean, the WWE did the cruiserweight division at a few times. It would be very fitting for Tony Khan to do that for his division, so I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
I would love to see it, hands down.
Because you have some high flyers back there
Uh
that
huh.
would be more than capable and able to entertain the audience and keep them invested in what you're bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Um, yeah, and Commander last night, he was something else.
He
That
delivered.
Yo, he delivered in spades.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the match was fine. Great chemistry, great nuance in the match. Everybody played their part well in the match. Moxley wins the match viciously as always. Butterfly, how are you? Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. We greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah, so that was good. So me and Christina are on the same page. We liked the match.
Mm-hmm.
We did. Adam Cole's promo, Christina, what did you make of that?
I really like his promo, especially the fact that now the match they had together with him and MJF in the main event, plus the Ring of Honor World Tag Team match. I originally thought they wasn't gonna win, but to find out that they won, I was like, oh snap, they won! But how is gonna shape the main event? And oh my god, the main event was so many emotions going around on All In, and I was like, we were chanting, no, no, don't hit him, and all that. It was all great, and I really like the promo. It's actually building up to where Roderick Strong comes out with the Kingdom, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, why the hell you're out there? Like, did you see that nobody gives a crap about you in your neck? I mean, dude, you had the neck brace for a good while now. You healed up already, and I feel like he's trying to put a wedge between Adam Cole and GF. I see it, and with the Kingdom, Mike Bennett, and I don't know who the other guy is. I don't care, but like they're really trying to like put a wedge between Adam Cole and GF, and I feel like Roderick Strong is jealous of the developing friendship or bromance, as a lot of people say, between Adam Cole and MJF. Because let's face it, they couldn't stand each other in the beginning, and it evolved into a friendship that we never thought saw coming. So I really like where this is going with Adam Cole's promo, and I feel like Roderick Strong is really pushing buttons to where he's gonna get involved between Adam Cole and MJF, and him declaring that he's gonna beat MJF. Dude, MJF's gonna slaughter your ass. What are you talking about? So
uh,
that's my
uh,
take on it.
yeah, I agree with you, Christina. Again, we agree. I agree with your assessment. Um, Let me tell you something. Roderick Strong with that neck brace reminds me of Aunt Esther. If you ever see that show, you ever see that show with Aunt Esther? Oh my gosh, the Sanford and Son. Yes, Lady
Oh,
Joe.
okay.
Oh,
Going
if
way
you,
back.
yeah, if you remember Aunt Esther, ladies and gentlemen, she used to wear that neck brace, and she used to tell Fred to watch it, sucker. That's what he looks. That's what,
Damn.
that's what it reminds me of.
Dang.
Every time he comes out of the ring, I said, "Oh, here comes Roderick Aunt Esther Strong." Anyway,
Dang.
ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
That is hilarious.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, the promo was fine. I had no
Mm-hmm.
issues with the promo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what? Let me ask you something again, Christina. What did you make of what did you make of the Jericho interview and what he was saying with Sammy Guevara?
Oh, those two go way back from the inner circle days. And you know what? Honestly, their relationship, their friendship has been tested so many times. And I feel like what Jericho said, it really was definitely a dig at Sammy. And I didn't like that because Sammy was out there when Chris Jericho was facing Will Ospreay. By the way, that match was great. That match was really good. And I felt like that I feel like Chris Jericho was putting the blame on Sammy for not helping him well enough to help defeat Will Ospreay. But Sammy did all he could. And Sammy is loyal to a fault many times. And I mean, loyalty is everything, but is it worth it when somebody keeps digging at you and digging at you and digging at you? And do you realize why your loyalty and friendship is tested? And I feel like they're really slowly showing us a lot of tension between Chris Jericho and Sammy. So I could see like this building up slowly, probably up until Full Gear. I'm a give and take until Full Gear.
I'm going to agree with your assessment. I'm going to definitely agree with that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, last night that promo that they did together. I mean, they were just taking digs at each other. They were like burying each other in ditches.
Yeah, and the fact that Chris Jericho wanted to like say they're gonna go after the tag team champions, well, FTR, of course, but their their chemistry is being tested and their friendship is being tested. We already know that's not gonna last. So I have a feeling it's gonna blow up probably by the latest, either by Grand Slam or by Full Gear. One of those two events.
Right. And I'm going to, again. Sean C asks, okay, Sean, just to let you know, Full Gear will happen on on Saturday night, November the 18th. That is Saturday night, November the 18th. And that will take place, ladies and gentlemen, in Inglewood, California, at the Kia Forum in Inglewood. So that is when Full Gear is. It was announced during the media scrum, which we will talk about later on as well. So let's talk about this match for a second. Orange Cassidy took on Penta El Cero Nieto. The match was great, but you know what was really good? I love the way Orange Cassidy spoke at the end. He's not known to speak, ladies and gentlemen. He's not known to speak. But that passion that he had in that promo was flawless. I loved it. I loved the match was great. The match was fine for what it was. And I'll tell you something in the end, Orange Cassidy, I don't know, man. He is a scrappy wrestler. I don't know why Mitch Kofsky don't like him, but anyway, I digress.
Oh,
Anyway, I digress. Christina, what did you make of the match?
for that match to be the main event, I'm happy it was the main event because both Penta and Orange Cassidy delivered. Oh my gosh, the back and forth action was amazing, and I completely agree with you. After the match, when Orange Cassidy did that wonderful promo, he never ever speaks. Only very rare, and for him to speak like that and go after Moxley, I really like that, and that gives me it makes me love and respect him even more as a wrestling fan. I always loved Orange Cassidy. I don't know why Mitch doesn't. So that's something that we'll never figure out. I don't know, but I love Orange Cassidy. He got me into as a wrestling fan the first time I watched AEW, and I was just like the way he puts his hands in his pockets and just do all these moves while he has his hands in his pockets. Oh, I love it, and the fact that he can still go and do everything like that, to me, he's really cementing himself as a main event superstar, and I love that about him. Yeah, and Penta, I love Penta. They're guys, both of them did an awesome match. They have great chemistry and so many near falls. Oh my goodness. I was like, but that power bomb near the ring apron, Penta, don't do that, dude. I cringe every time because usually the round where the ring apron is, that's the hardest part of the ring. I
Right.
cringe when people do that. But thank God, but he protected him. Thank God they're okay. And to see Orange Cassidy deliver that promo and go after Moxley, that was my favorite part. I loved it. So the match was great. The ending was great. And I loved the promo at the end. So I give it 2 thumbs up for that.
Yeah, again, and we're on the same page here.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the same page here. Because the promo was fantastic. I love the promo, and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Him and Moxley are gonna tear the house down.
Oh, absolutely.
They're gonna tear the house down, ladies and gentlemen. This match is gonna be a banger.
Oh yes, and the fact that Orange Cassidy is defending champion, I don't want him to lose the belt. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
don't want him to.
Mitch, come on now. Stop doing that, Mitch. Stop going in the chat like that, Mitch. He's it. Look, listen. I understand you don't like Orange Cassidy, but don't bet against Orange Cassidy. You don't know what's gonna happen in the match.
Why doesn't he like him. I mean, that guy can freaking go. He's a defending champion. He's basically undefeated while he was the champion, and while he is a champion, and I love that. So I don't get why he doesn't like him. The one here who shouldn't like is Juice Robinson. I can't stand that dude. I don't see the appeal of that dude from Bullet Club Gold. Nope.
Mana.
Oh God, please. The way he came out at All In, oh my God, his hair was a freaking mess. It looked like it hasn't been washed. Like, dude, like I don't see the appeal in him. Like every time I look at him, I just cringe. I'm like, get off my TV, dude. Go away.
I tell you something. Mitch has a very strong dislike for Orange Cassidy. But I'll tell you this much. Ladies and gentlemen. I'll say this. We will get to the predictions later, but I think Mitch is going to be disappointed on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to get disappointed.
Oh yeah. Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Mitch.
Sorry, not sorry.
So let's talk about this next match, Christina.
Okay.
It was Eddie Kingston taking on Will Yuta for the New Japan Strong Style title.
Mm-hmm.
The match was fine. I had no issues with the match. Him and I'll tell you this much. And let me ask you this question before we talk about the match, Christina.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Yuta is part of the Combat Club,
Mm-hmm.
do you think he's become more or less vicious than he's been before?
I think he's become more vicious this time because before he was in the Blackpool Combat Club, he was with Best Friends and Orange Cassidy, and I liked him when he was with them. But ever since he became a member of the Blackpool Combat Club, he's become more vicious than ever. And I feel like I like that side in a way, but also I don't like that side in a way because every time they win a match, they attack everybody and like, yuck. I mean, I get that's what heels do, but it's going to come to a point where people are going to be like, yo, that's enough. We don't want to see that anymore. But he has become more vicious than before ever since joining BCC.
And I'm going to agree with that too.
Mm-hmm.
He really took it to Eddie Kingston last night.
Mm-hmm.
He really did.
Yeah.
And like I said, the match was fine. The match was great. Great chemistry in the ring, great north.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Kingston retained the title. Very hard fought retainment. And the Combat Club, I thought when they came out, I thought they were going to attack Kingston, but they retreated. Like heel cowards they are, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. And what's so funny? I'm actually glad you brought that because Claudio Castagnoli did not even pay attention to Eddie Kingston. He did not give him the time of day. He did not look at him. He didn't even acknowledge him. He just ignored him and just kept it walking. So to me, that's gonna definitely build up into something more. And let me tell you something. I'm very happy Eddie Kingston's a champion. Even if it was in a different promotion, I am happy he's a champion. And I'm happy he's back on TV. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. So, all right. So let's talk about this next match. It was a women's division match, ladies and gentlemen. It was Chris Statlander and Dr. Britt. Hold on one second.
I already know.
All right. Now, it is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I already know.
She knows. She graduated, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I digress. And they took on Nyla Rose, the return of Amy Sakura and Marina Shafir. The match was fine, but I'll tell you this much, Christina. I'll say this much. AK Eagles, what's good? And he says, what's good, Christina?
Hey, that's good.
I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Marina Shafir cannot wrestle.
I'm surprised she still even have a job with AEW. Where the heck she has been? I don't.
She is as green as. Never mind.
You can't say it on air, so I know what you're trying to say.
No, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm like, oh, Never mind. I already know what you're gonna say.
But the match was fine. But like I said before, she can't wrestle.
And why does she wrestle barefoot? Like, I don't understand the context of that. She wrestles barefoot with like no tape wrapped around that. I mean, girl, God forbid, what if you twist your ankle or break your foot
Yeah,
or something like
maybe,
that?
maybe she want to just give all her opponents athlete's foot.
Ew!
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh God!
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
Definitely did not want that. Jesus Christ! Stay away from her. Stay back.
All right, well, stay way over there. Sean sees us gross. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, the match was fine. The match was okay for me, and
Mm-hmm.
it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
It was all right for what it was. Great chemistry, great nuance in the ring. I like some Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Christina, what did you think of the match?
The match was fine. The match was okay. I was just surprised that Maria Shafir is still there. I'm just saying. But like I said, it was great to see at least the women compete. But also, we also saw those little miscommunication between Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida. And that's going to definitely play a factor because remember, they were both rivals way back during the pandemic. And they're probably gonna run it back a little bit because of the miscommunication. And I'm happy Chris Statlander and her team won, but as you could tell after the match, there was like a lot of tension between Dr. Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida. I wonder they're gonna really take advantage of that. So the match was fine. That was the main focus during the match, though, with the little with that miscommunication between Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker. So the match was fine, and I feel like Tony Khan is gonna really push the issue more when it came to that whole mishap between Britt Baker and Hikaru Shida during the match.
Yeah, that's something that needs to. But what was really interesting and really intriguing was when Ruby Soho came down to and took Statlander's belt.
Oh my god,
No,
yeah, yeah, okay. I'm like, yo, that's not your belt, woman. That's not your belt.
yeah, you didn't win it.
Nope,
You didn't earn it.
nope,
So you didn't earn it. So
nope.
you're putting your grubby paws on it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
I mean
wanted to
that's
see. I wanted to see Chris Statlander go after her, but
right.
yeah, but we'll definitely see.
So I can't wait for this match. Ruby Soho and Chris Statlander are going to meet at All Out
Mm-hmm.
this Sunday for the TBS Championship. Me and Christina will talk about that match in its entirety. We're going to talk about it. We're going to give you our predictions on it. I think it should be a good match. I think it should be a great match. I think there's going to be great chemistry, great nuance in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, Christina, let me ask you a question. What
Mm-hmm.
did you make of the acclaim segment?
I love their segment. I really love them so much. Their claim. Every time I see them come out, I have to put my phone down. I'm like, oh snap, this is the acclaim. And I love the fact that they unveiled the new trios titles, and
Right.
the best part is that in the back the scissors, the
Right.
scissors. I was like, oh my god, that is so cool, and I'm just so glad that they won it at All In against the House of Black. I was praying that they were going to win, and they won. I was so happy they did. And I love the fact that they won the trios title, and Billy Gunn, or Daddy Ass, is a champion again. And so are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. And I swear, I don't know what it is, but I want a belt that has scissor in the back. Like, it was so creative. I'm not going to lie. And the fact that Max Caster was going to do the scissors to cut the ribbon, and Billy Gunn pull out the big scissors, like, oh snap, that will cut it. That will do it. So I really love this segment. I just love them. I love them. I love them so much.
Yes. Brian and Sarah, how are you? Thank you so much for in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah, the segment was fine. I love this segment. I love the acclaim. They like to have fun in the ring. I I said it in the predictions last time you were here, Christina, that they
Yes.
were going to give them the belts, and that's
And
exactly what happened.
yes,
It,
sir.
that prediction did come true, ladies and gentlemen.
Hmm.
And those belts are funny as all.
I like the fact that they're pink too.
Yes,
The pink.
they're pink and they got the scissors.
Oh my god, it's their belt, it's their custom belt, and I really love that. Just like MGM has the Triple B, the big bourbon belt, the Acclaim got their own custom belt, and I love it. I really do.
Yes, and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great segment.
Hmm.
Great segment. I knew that was underneath the cloak. I knew that those was some kind of new titles that they were gonna do.
I was thinking that too. I was like, wait, are they getting new belts too? Because that's usually like the surprise of what's gonna happen. So I had a feeling. I was like, well, they're gonna get new belts, and boom.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me ask you something. Let's just go back and talk about some of your entertainment level.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Moxley Penta match. On a scale of 1 to 10, Christina, what would you give it in the entertainment level?
Which one? Are you talking about Orange Cassidy versus Penta?
Yes.
Oh, I give that a 10. I'm sorry. That was a really good match. And that promo really helped as well. So I give that 10 out of 10.
Okay. And I'm going to be in the same wavelength as Christina and give that a 10 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Now, Moxley took on the Commander. What entertainment level do you give that?
On a scale from 1 to 10, it was a really good match. I would definitely give it like an 8. I'll give it an 8.
All right. I'm going to be in the same wavelength as you and give it an 8. Now the ladies match. What do you give that?
I would give the ladies match probably a 7, 7.5 around give or take right there. Around that wavelength.
Okay. I'm going to go down the dial a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, and give it a 6.2.
Oh, okay. He went a little down.
Because I'll tell you this something, ladies and gentlemen. When you're as green as, never mind, as Marina Shafir, you don't deserve anything less than what I'm going to give you in the entertainment level.
I'm not even gonna say what you're gonna think about saying.
Oh, yes, you know what I'm saying. She's
Oh,
just as green as, never mind.
no, no, zip it.
Poo poo.
Uh-huh.
So, Eddie Kingston's match.
Eddie Kingston's match is really good too. I would definitely give it like 7.8.
All right. And I'm going to go on the same wavelength as you. I'm
Okay.
going to give it a 7 point. Yeah, I'll give it that as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you this much: all the segments were really good. Um, I think Tony Khan hit a home run. Um, so let me ask you something, Christina. As an overall grade,
Hmm.
what do you give Dynamite?
Overall, the show, I would probably give it like a B.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that.
Hmm.
I'm going to agree with that as well because I think it was a B. It wasn't
Hmm.
it wasn't a bad go home show. I've
It
seen some
wasn't.
bad I've seen some bad go home shows, WWE. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
He said it, not me.
I digress. But yeah, the go home show was fine. It was great. It was great. Not I'm not saying that it was the best thing you've ever seen on paper, but it was good for what it was.
Yeah.
Um, and even though we got 4 matches, ladies and gentlemen, we still had fun last night. Enjoy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. What are you doing, WWE? Yes. What are you doing? Thank you, Sarah. And that is trending worldwide right now, ladies and gentlemen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, Christina and I will tackle All Out. Now, the build for this show is. What do you think about the build for this show, Christina?
Um, I feel like the build was kind of lackluster per se, given the take that they were literally really building up all in, and I feel like the overall build has been lackluster because you have these matches that don't have really a type of build to accumulate with while going with the pay per view. So and everything happening within like a week, within a week, that's way too quick. You gotta give it like a couple of weeks or months for a story to accumulate into a big pay per view. And I feel like everybody was so focused on All In being the biggest wrestling event in history in London, and for them to do the card for All Out, I felt it was lackluster. It was too quick.
And I agree with what you and Sarah was saying here. Sarah said it's hard to really build a show that is in 1 week,
It
and it is
is.
true. It is true.
It is.
It is true, and
Uh
I
huh.
agree with both your assessments because this was hard.
Mm-hmm.
This was a hard sell to do, but anyway, we're,
Yeah.
we're gonna we're gonna have it, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the matches are eight. We have 8 matches to deal with so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure by the weekend we will have more to deal with because
Yeah.
Tony, Tony Khan, you
Oh,
know.
I already
Um,
know.
yeah, let them stay up to 3 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
I gotta sleep. I need my sleep. I gotta sleep.
Tell that to Tony Khan. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
I need my sleep because if I don't get my sleep, I'm gonna be groggy and I gotta want to get up. No, I need my rest.
So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, let's talk about this first match, Christina. Miro takes on Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, I definitely want to talk about this match. I really do.
Now the match is going. Now the match is. They have been building this up for a
Hmm.
very long time.
Yes.
And these two have been seen in vignettes.
Hmm.
They have interrupted each other's promos. They have come out and they want to beat the stew. They want to beat the stew, Christina, out of each other. Yes, they do. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen at this point. But I'm going to save my predictions for later, and I'm going to turn it over to you. So, Christina, let me ask you, who is winning this match, and what you think of it?
I'm just happy that Miro is back after not seeing him for a good while, and the fact that him and Powerhouse Hobbs is gonna go at it all out. I would love to see them beat the hell out of each other. And honestly, I feel like the advantage should definitely go to Miro because he hasn't wrestled in quite a while. And Powerhouse Hobbs, he's been building himself up ever since he's been stepping aside from that QTV stuff. I don't know why you associate with them to begin with, but anyway, that was just stupid. But I'm not usually a fan of Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, I like Miro because, because he was Rusev in WWE, and I just love him. And I feel like the advantage should go to him, but Powerhouse Hobbs has been on a roll lately, I guess. But my prediction is Miro is going to win this match. He needs to win this match because he hasn't wrestled in quite a while. And I would love to see Miro come out as the winner and see where everything goes from there. Are they going to extend the rivalry or are they just going to end it there? I feel like they should end it there. And that way both of them can go their separate ways and do whatever they feel they need to do.
I agree with the assessment. Um, Jamar Gaines, how are you? Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you all for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. Um, the match is gonna be great. Match is gonna be fine. You got some great hard hitting wrestling here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two meats banging together in a meat locker.
Oh God. I mean, that is the thing. Big man, big meaty man slapping meat. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's a manwich. Anyway,
yeah.
ladies and
Oh God.
gentlemen.
I like the food analogy there. I like it.
It's the truth.
You're not wrong.
No, I'm not wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So here's my prediction, ladies and gentlemen. I think Miro. I'm going to agree with Christina. I think Miro should win this match. I think AEW owes Miro a receipt.
Oh yes, they owe him a huge receipt. They do.
So I'm going to say, based upon what Christina said, and she said it brilliantly, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And um, I'm gonna go on the same wavelength. Yeah, Miro's gonna win this match. Miro's gonna win this match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. It is Chris Statlander taking on Ruby Soho for the TBS Championship. The match is gonna be fun. The match is gonna be fine. I got no issues with it. Um, Now with Soraya being the champion and Ruby being part of the Outcast, does this mean at all out that we're gonna get two members of the Outcast as champions?
Hmm.
What do you think, Christina?
Ooh, interesting question. Yeah, given the fact that Saraya won the AEW Women's title at Wembley in her home country, and the fact that Ruby Soho is getting a title shot as well against Chris Statlander, it could be a possibility. But then, how would Tony Storm react with two of her co-hosts or two of her people have belts and she doesn't? That's the question there.
Well,
And
she's she her cheese slides off her cracker. You know.
no
Only
comment on that one. No comment on that one. But anyway, I think the match is gonna be good, and I feel that Ruby Soho and Chris Statlander. By the way, I love Chris Statlander. I am happy she's the TBS champion, and she's been a defending
yeah,
champion as well. And
yeah.
she's been a defending champion, and I love her. And my prediction is Ruby Soho's gonna give her a good fight, but Chris Statlander, excuse me, is gonna retain and still be the TBS champion.
Yeah, Sarah agrees with your assessment, and I'm going to agree with you as well. I don't think at this time that you want to drop Statlander as champion. Not yet.
Not yet. Let her
Not
hold
yet.
it off. Let her hold on the championship probably until the end of the year.
Yeah, or even the beginning of the year would be great.
Yeah.
Past Revolution would be great.
Yes. I wouldn't mind that either.
No, I wouldn't mind that either. So based upon what everyone is saying, yeah, and I'm gonna agree with the assessment, if you will. We're gonna get a retainment. Chris Statlander retains the TBS championship. Ruby will give her a fight, don't get me wrong. But in the end, it's just gonna be way too much Statlander for
Mm-hmm.
her to deal with. It's just gonna be way too much.
Yeah.
She won't be she won't recover from it.
Nope.
No. All right. Kenny Omega will be taking on Takeshita. Uh, Sarah said it's Earl's twin, Dusty Cole. Yes, if you will. Yes, that I am the twin of Mr. Cole. Yes, it is, if you will. Kenny Omega takes on Takeshita. Now let me ask you something, Christina. Last night on Dynamite, you saw Don Callis
Every time I hear that name, I just want to fucking scream. Like, I can't stand him. He is a
Now,
snake. He is a snake. Oh God, I want to just go to the television screen, just wring his neck.
so now, all right. So now here's the thing. He started to show Kenny Omega's X-ray on the big screen, and he was telling Takeshita how to defeat Omega at All Out.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Christina. Based upon what you saw last night, who
Hmm.
is going to be winning? Who's gonna win this match?
Oh, given the fact that this came out of a freaking awesome tag match at All In, and the fact that literally Takesha pinned Omega, I was not expecting that at all. And I said, "Are you kidding me? He wins like that?" And the fact that Don Callis celebrate like a little boy, I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, help me!" I don't know what Don Callis is, his obsession with ending Kenny Omega, because he's just a snake. I can't stand him, and I know that he's gonna be out there with Takesha when he faces Omega. And I'm gonna tell you, I pray to God, I'm gonna put this out in the universe. I pray to God that Kenny Omega beats Takesha and goes after Don Callis and whoop his ass. I want that to happen so bad.
He's gonna beat the stew. He's
Hell,
gonna beat the stew out of
hell,
Don
hell,
Callis.
hell, hell. You see the scar that he got? God bless. You see the scar that he got on his head? I want him to reopen that scar. Is that bad to say? Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Don Callis, I can't stand that dude. He is a snake, a rat, everything, every single name in the book I can call him. And I pray to God that Kenny Omega beats Takesha. And I really loved Takesha before he aligned himself with that snake. But it is what it is. So my prediction is Kenny Omega is gonna win this match, and hopefully beats Don Callis' ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that assessment. I think Kenny Omega is gonna win this match, ladies and gentlemen, over Takeshita. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, I agree with Christina. If I was Don Callis, I wouldn't wear those Wizard of Oz glitter shoes. All right. Take your Dorothy wants her slippers back. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, anyway, ladies.
Road home. Jesus Christ. And mind you, I love shoes, so that just like really hit my spot right there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sarah said give him another spot on the side of his forehead. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, if you will.
oh God.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Don Callis and Takeshita will go down to Kenny Omega. I mean, yes, I think Don Callis will be. I think I think he will interfere in this match. We all know he will.
Oh God! Just by seeing him, I mean, he is a manager. I get it, but you already know he's gonna interfere. And every time I see him, I'm like, I just want to go to the television screen, just punch him in his mouth. Like, shut up, dude. Like, get away. Get off my television screen. Go. Nobody wants to see you.
Oh my gosh! So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Omega wins this match
Mm-hmm.
over Takeshita, or as what NJ called Takeshita, take a never mind. I digress. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Bullet Club Gold versus FTR and the Bucks for the AEW Tag Team titles. Now, I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much. This fatal four way is going to be very interesting because this can go either way. You could give a receipt to the Bucks, after they lost to All In, and they could become new champions. Or you can have the FTR retain and show the world why they are the greatest tag team. Or you can have the Bullet Club win the tag team titles and they will be champs for the first time. So, Christina, what do you make of all of this? And who is winning the AEW Tag Team Champions?
First of all, I thought it was a tag, 8-man tag between Bucks
It
and
is.
FTR. It is an 8-man
Uh,
tag. I
it
think it's an
is. It.
eight man
Yeah,
tag.
I think it is an 8-man tag. So it.
Okay, I thought I was like, wait a second. I could have sworn I saw correctly. It was an 8-man tag between
So that means that the
FTR.
title. So that means that the
Yes.
titles is
No,
not
they're
on the.
not. No, when it's an
No,
eight
it's
man
not.
tag,
It's
no.
not. It's an 8-man tag. Okay, so my mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry,
It's
I hyped you
okay.
up.
It's okay.
The titles are going to stay in the garage. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't think so. Not yet.
the title will stay in the FTR's garage for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So this 8-man tag is going to be great. I love to see who is coming out of this match. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the this is going to be another banger.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be a banger. Juice Robinson and yeah,
God.
and that cutout. Um, the arm is broken on that cutout. You need some tape. Anyway, ladies and
They
gentlemen,
need to, you need to take the cutout and send it back to where to get it. No more. Jay White's there.
uh,
The real Jay White is there.
yeah,
Don't need to bring the cutout with him, please.
right. So Jay White and Juice Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be something. Yeah, I know. I told you look like that puppet from the animal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that happened last week on my show. Yes, you need to rewind that and look. Yeah, yes, I did say that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, if you will.
Mhm.
Um, so Christina, who's winning this 8-man tag match?
Before I get to my prediction of who's winning, I really like the fact that they actually showed what happened at All In between the Young Bucks and FTR. That match was a freaking banger, and it was near fall after near fall. Everything was awesome. What really ticked me off was, and when FTR extended their hands for sportsmanship, the Young Bucks left them there. I feel like that's uncalled for. I never like that, because to me that's a heelish move to do.
Right,
And I actually like how they showed the footage of when they went backstage and said, and FTR confronted them about it. And I guess you could say they were trying to save face. I think the Young Bucks are trying to save face and feel like, hey, we built this company and we wanted to win. And then that's when Bullet Club Gold decided to insert themselves into
right.
their business and confront them and to challenge them to this 8-man tag. Oh God! Every time I see Juice Robinson, I just want to throw up. Like, get this man off my TV. I don't see the appeal with him. And what does Tony Storm see in him? I do not know. I do not know. That is a mystery
Yeah,
in itself.
let's just trip the fandango, baby.
Oh God,
Yeah.
please. And those pants he wears on a weekly basis, like, dude, that is ugly as hell. Oh my God.
Well, I told you what happened last week, Christine, when you were on my show.
Oh, I
He
know.
looked like he wrestled a Skittles bag and he lost. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and it got mixed up anyway.
Yeah.
But like I said, I believe FTR and the Young Bucks, are they gonna coexist after that big match they had All In? I would love to see that. However, you know how egos get in the way when it comes to these types of situations. And if that happens, Bullet Club Gold, they're gonna take advantage and they could come up with the win. But I am praying that FTR and the Young Bucks win this match. I don't want to see Bullet Club Gold win this match. I don't even want to see Juice Robinson getting pinning anybody. I better see them pin him. Like, I'm sorry. I can't stand him. I really can't. My distaste for him is like, ugh. So I'm
Chris,
going with FTR and the Young Bucks. They need to win this match. I want
yeah,
them to win
yeah,
so
yeah. I
bad.
want them to bid. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. Sarah said that was a great impression of Juice Robinson Earl. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I greatly appreciate it. Uh, yeah, let's take that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You do just like him. That's the scary part. That's scary.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If you do, I swear, if you was to be here and do that in front of him, please scare him off. I will literally just laugh.
Oh, it's Juice Robinson. I love you, baby. Yeah.
What you need to do is get a wig with like his hair and get those crazy pants, dress up like him, and just scare him off. I will pay money to see that.
Boom. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my God. Anyway, let's jump that digress. uh, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this match is gonna be great. This match is gonna be fun. I can't wait for this match. It's gonna be great. Great 8-man tag match. And I agree with Sarah. The Young Bucks and FTR will win this match. They're gonna win this match, and I'm rooting them on.
Mhm.
Now, if it gets down, yeah, sir, that's true. Uh,
Excuse me.
yeah, so the match is gonna be great. We're looking forward to the match. Like I said, me and Christina are on the same page. They have to win this match. FTR and the Bucks. They have to win this match.
And the big question
Uh,
is, can they coexist after the big match they had on All In?
exactly. That's going to be the sticky wicket here.
That's going to be the
Uh,
big question of the night.
yeah. Excuse me. Can you coexist? Can you coexist as a tag team? That's a great question. Or are you going to take the pitchfork and stab each other with it?
Yeah, that could happen, you know.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Um. Okay. Samoa Joe will take on Shane Taylor for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. The match is going to be great. Now, I haven't seen Shane Taylor, but what I understand, we did see a vignette of him last night on Dynamite. He can go.
Mm-hmm.
He can go.
Yeah,
So,
that's actually
Christina,
that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Christina. Christina, go ahead and give me your analysis here and tell me what you think.
I mean, for the first time, I've seen Shade Taylor, and I never even heard of him because I usually didn't get a chance to watch Ring of Honor. But seeing the vignette last night, I was like, oh my god, he can really go. He can really fight. He can wrestle. And the fact that he's challenging Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor Television Championship, that's going to be a really good match. I mean, you got to think, big mini man slapping me, and that's going to be a really good match. And I like Samoa Joe. I mean, everything about him, I love about him. And it's so bad to say, but I like when wrestlers try to do their move on the top rope and Samoa Joe just moves out of the way and let them fall flat on their faces. I just laugh. It's not funny, but yeah, it is funny. But in this instance, Shane Taylor and Samoa Joe, they are really going to duke it out. They are really, really going to deliver this match. I pray to God they really show us wrestling fans that they can duke it out and give us a freaking awesome wrestling match. And my prediction is Samoa Joe is going to retain the Ring of Honor Television Championship, and I think he's going to continue his winning streak or his title reign. I think he held the title for well over a year already, I believe.
Hmm. I like that. I like that thought process. I do. That's what you call brilliance, ladies and gentlemen.
Aw.
That's what you call brilliance, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Um, I like this match. I like this match. I think the two of them are gonna match very well together in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe is not somebody you want to mess with.
Nope.
And no, especially if he's ticked off. Um, Shane Taylor's going to give him a fight here, but Samoa Joe's going to retain.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to retain the Ring of Honor television belt, and that's where it's going to stay on Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a good fight, but Shane,
Yes.
it just would be too much Samoa Joe for him to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much. Too much bread, too much jelly, too much peanut butter. Just too much.
Yes.
Too much of that in the sandwich, ladies
Mm-hmm.
and gentlemen.
I want to ask you a
So,
question. I want to ask you a question, Earl. Have you ever seen the show Twisted Metal? Samoa Joe is in it as Sweet Tooth.
oh, I've never checked that out.
Oh, you really need to watch the first season of Twisted Metal. You will not be disappointed. I have watched the whole season and it's really good. Samoa Joe playing Sweet Tooth. Oh, chef's kiss. It was beautiful. It
Oh,
was awesome.
wow.
So you will not be
Yes.
disappointed.
Yeah, send me the name of the show on Twitter, and I'm going. I'll check it out. I'll
You will
definitely.
not be disappointed.
Wow, wow. All right. So let's see here. All right. So we have Orange Cassidy, Mitch's best friend. Orange Cassidy. Mitch's bloke, as they would say in England. His friend, his bloke. Orange Cassidy will take on John Moxley for the AEW International Championship. Um, yeah, I like this match. I don't know what's wrong with Mitch Scott. I don't know what's wrong with this.
What is
So
with his hatred for him? Like, I don't
I
get it.
don't know. I don't know.
That doesn't piss me in the stuff.
Write him a letter. Anyway,
Write him a letter, write him a list or something. Like, what the
take a
heck?
letter. Take a letter, Maria. Address it to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just welcome to the mothership, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
If you don't know the song, ladies and gentlemen, just Google it. Anyway, Google smoogle it. You'll get it. Anyway, so the match is gonna be great. The match is fine. Now this could swing either way. This could go this way like this.
God. Uh-huh.
You could have see. Here's the thing with this match. You can play with it all kind of ways here with the booking.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can. You definitely can. This is a match, ladies and gentlemen, that what I call in the wrestling world a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em
Mm-hmm.
because it can go either way.
Yep.
So, Christina, I'm gonna ask for your brilliance here.
Okay.
What do you think of this match, and who's gonna win this title?
I really am looking forward to this match because Orange Cassidy has been on an amazing role lately, defending the AEW International Championship ever since he won it. And I really don't want him to lose that belt just yet because he is putting a lot of prestige for that title, and I love him for that. Now, Moxley can really go. He is a heavy hitter and everything. He will go down through anything and everything. I mean, you saw what happened at the Stadium Stampede at All In with the skewers and everything else. I
Right.
can't get that out of my head. Don't ask me why. That's literally been in my head rent free since Sunday. But anyway, it could definitely go either way because you also have the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. You also have the Blackpool Combat Club with Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. And it could go either way. Like, both teams could come out and try to help the teams, try to even it out. But it could go either way. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I am praying. Sorry, Mitch. I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy to retain because I want him to hold the belts for a long time. I would even want him to hold the belt until the beginning of the new year, because he's been on a roll since he won the belt. He's been defending it every single week, and I just love that. I love a defending champion. Take on
Right,
all comers. Take on all comers, and you know
right.
what? Orange Cassidy has done that, and to see him deliver that promo after his match with Penta last night on Dynamite solidified his character to where he never talks. He never talks, but last night he did, and it was stellar. It was phenomenal, and I loved every bit of it. And hopefully John Moxley doesn't bleed again, but I digress with that, because literally almost every match he's in, he's been bleeding. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy to retain. Sorry, not sorry, Mitch. Gotta go with Cassidy.
Well, Mitch, you're not gonna like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mitch. You're just not gonna like what I have to say. I'm so sorry.
Well, you're not.
Orange Cassidy is gonna retain. Sorry, Mitch. He's gonna retain. Um, it's gonna be a fight.
Oh yeah.
Moxley is gonna give him everything that he
Mhm.
wants and more
Oh yeah.
in this match. And this match, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be a banger.
Oh hell
This is
yeah.
going to be a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think this is the first time that Moxley and Orange have met each other in the ring. They were supposed to meet
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago I think it was an elimination tournament. But um but what happened was is Moxley put himself in an alcohol rehab center.
Yes,
And
he went
that
he went to rehab.
and that match had to have been scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward to 2023, and we're gonna get this match. And everybody thinks that that John Moxley is gonna win the belt. Again, like I said before, I'll say it again. You can play with the booking,
It
but
could go either
in it,
way.
it can go either way.
Yeah.
Uh, but I agree with Christina. I want to see Orange Cassidy hold on to this belt just a little while longer. Just a little while longer.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, Mitch, but
No, you're not.
sorry, but not sorry, Mitch.
Sorry, not sorry. We're going Orange Cassidy. Take it or leave it.
Right, right. So me and Christina are saying that Orange Cassidy will retain. Sorry. Um. All right. Eddie Kingston, Eddie Kingston and Shibata take on the Combat Club, the Blackpool Combat Club. Now I'll tell you this much: this match is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
This match is going to be real good. I like Shibata. He's a great wrestler. Eddie Kingston is tough as nails. New York City, $2 steak,
Mm-hmm.
tough as nails.
Oh yeah.
And the Blackpool Combat Club, they're tough too.
Mm-hmm.
So since Moxley, ladies and gentlemen, is in the match with Orange Cassidy, the two members that you're going to see in this tag match, ladies and gentlemen, will be Claudio Castagnoli and Will Yuta. Again, these two men are tough as nails. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I don't know how to predict this match, but Christina, I'm going to turn to you. What do you think is going to happen here, and what do you see on this match?
I'm with you. I don't know how this match is gonna go, because Shibata and Kingston, they're gonna throw down too. Same with Willie Yuta and Claudio, because those guys are tough as hell. All four of them are tough. Tough, and honestly, they're really gonna give it all and give it their all. And I feel like this match could go either way as well. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, because have you noticed that every member of the Blackpool Combat Club has a match? Them two and Moxley. So
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win because it could go either way. Like when it comes to the type of booking, it could go either way. So for me, who I predict's gonna win? I wouldn't be surprised if Blackpool Combat Club was to come out with the win, but you know me, I like Eddie Kingston. He's a New Yorker like me and you. So gotta support my fellow New Yorkers. So I gotta go with Kingston and Shibata for the win.
Yep. And I'm going to agree with your assessment. Yep. Yep. They're going to win in a New York minute, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And I digress. Um, so yeah, so Eddie Kingston will win this match. Eddie Kingston. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this next match. Um, and I believe this is the final match of the card so
Oh
far.
wow! Okay.
Yeah, like I said, there's 8 matches. So far.
So far for now,
Right, so far for now. So it's MJF and Adam Cole,
baby.
right, versus John Silver and Alex Reynolds for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Now, I don't know about this. Here's the thing. Dark Order, ladies and gentlemen,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been the same since the death of the leader of the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been the same.
No.
They haven't been. They have been. The members of the Dark Order have left. They moved on to other things.
Mm-hmm.
Stu Grayson is in one faction now.
Mm-hmm.
You have another one that's moved on, and he's not a part of the faction anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So this group hasn't been the same.
No.
And I think what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very hard fought retainment for both Adam Cole and MJF. So, Christina, what do you think of the match?
I will agree with you on one thing. Dark Order has not been the same since Mr. Burley passed, and now today's been a week since Bray Wyatt passed away. It's like I still haven't processed it, to be honest with you, and I feel like it's a nightmare we can't wake up from.
Right,
And I keep seeing these tributes coming, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so real. But I didn't mean to get sidetracked because I had to put that in due to the fact that both members of the Wyatt family are no longer with us. It's heartbreaking, and it makes you want to cry to where you just want to just like a part of you die with them.
right.
And rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, Burley. We love you guys so much, and we miss you guys. Now back to the match between MJF and Adam Cole versus John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Question: that the tag team that's supposed to be winning the battle royal that was supposed to be taped on Rampage?
Yeah, I believe that's what they spoiled here on the.
Oh, got it. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, so it's gonna be an easy retainment, like you said, because MGF and Adam Cole, baby, they're gonna retain. Because I do not see John Silver and Alex Reynolds win the titles. They are gonna give a good match, somewhat of a good match. I mean, MGF and Adam Cole, they literally did double duty at All In, fighting for the tag team titles and fighting against each other for the AEW World titles. So I'm sorry to say this, but MGF and Adam Cole, they're gonna retain. That's all I'm gonna
Yep,
say.
yep, and that's what I have myself. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I have myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all out. That's all out, ladies and gentlemen. It is all out. Everything's out.
We're all out there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to something really, really, something really interesting here. Well, I don't know how interesting this is, but you know something, I'm just angry as a fan. Before I read this article, and before I get Christina, Christina, let me ask you something. What did you make of All In, the entire show? What did you think of it?
As a whole show, it delivered so much. Oh my god. This was their WrestleMania. All In was AEW's WrestleMania. You cannot tell me otherwise. I'm sorry. From beginning to end, it was freaking amazing. From 0 hour to from the pre-show to the whole event, I can't put into words. It was so good. Wrestling, as wrestling fans, we enjoy it so much. Like we just like, oh my god, we want more. We want more. We love to see it. And on top of that, announcing they're gonna return to London next year. Yeah, that's big news. That's pretty big news itself. And for them to do all that and deliver the way they did, oh my god! Especially the tributes for Bray Wyatt during the event. Oh my god, that was like so awesome to watch, and it made me break somewhat inside because of the recent passing of Bray Wyatt.
Right.
And every single individual who went out there still delivered the best way he could after finding out the news about his unfortunate and unexpected passing. So All In really delivered. This was their WrestleMania and they earned that. So
Yeah,
I loved it.
I'll tell you this bunch. The only thing that I didn't care for
Mm-hmm.
at All In was Saraya winning the title.
Yes,
You know,
I agree. I feel like they really made Hikaru Shida as a transitional champion. She didn't even hold the belts for only a month. She didn't even hold it for a month. It was like literally 25, 26 days she held it. That's a very short reign.
yeah, I think it was a disservice to her.
Yeah, I think so too because she just won the belt. She won the belt after being the champion during the pandemic and then losing it to Dr. Britt Baker and then
Oh,
finally
hold on. You spoke
I
about Don.
yes I did.
Oh, it
Yes I
is
did.
Dr. Brick Baker, DM.
Yeah. And for her to lose the belt so quickly, I mean, she didn't even get pinned. She wasn't even pinned when she lost the belt. And I feel like Saraya winning in her home country, I think I said it last week on the show that they were really probably going to do that. And I was kind of right on that because I wanted Hikaru Shida to retain, but I knew it was in her home country that they were probably going to give it to her, and they did. So I feel like they underutilized Hikaru Shida that day due to the fact that she held the title for not very long, not even a month.
Yeah, and another thing too is Christina that I just didn't care for. You know, you obviously did not want to invest in Okada Ishida being as champion. So why did you? Here's the question I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you just have Tony Storm retain?
Yes. Actually, I'm actually glad you brought that because my brother and I were talking about it while we were watching the event. He said, why not have Tony Storm retain and then hold it off till that time where she would take it off? She would lose the title to either Hikaru Shida or Saraya at the time and then build it up more. So, yeah, my brother and I we were talking about that. And that would have made much more sense than having Hikaru Shida hold on to it for under a month and then give it to Saraya literally at her home country. I feel like that was questionable decision.
Yeah, again, Saraya really didn't earn it
Mm-hmm.
as far as being in the title hunt or in the picture. She didn't earn it. She hasn't done anything.
She was so busy helping her buddies in the outcast spraying this freaking spray or whatnot in their people's faces, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'll tell you this month. I'll say this. Um, I think what should have happened. This is the way I would have booked it.
All right.
Okay, I would have had Tony Storm retain the title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let
Yeah.
her go to All In
Uh-huh.
in the triple threat match.
Mm-hmm.
And the last two women in the ring is Saraya and Tony Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm beats the crap out of Saraya, and then she comes back and then she sprays her with that spray.
Yeah.
And then you would have had her pin Tony and then to win the title. That would have been a great moment.
Mm-hmm.
But just to put a belt on somebody because they're in their home country
Mm-hmm.
and it's their fan base, that's the wrong thing to do.
I really do understand where you're coming from, because if Hikaru Shida was to hold the title a little bit longer, probably like 2 or 3 months before, I would have been all right. That would have been all right. But for her to hold it not even a month, that's just really, I don't know. It really, really just, I feel like she was played dirty. I feel like Hikaru Shida
Yeah, I
was
think
done
I think it
dirty.
was yeah, she was played dirty.
I feel like she was done dirty. Yeah, yeah.
And to bury her like that was terrible.
I hate that word, but you're right on that.
Yeah. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this other thing. All right. And for most of you who don't know this, and for most of you who don't, at all in, there was a bit of controversy behind the scenes. Now, I hate talking about this man because it really irks me the wrong way. CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, took away what was supposed to be a great pay per view, a great moment for AEW by acting like an ass again. Now, I'm sorry. I don't mean to use that terminology in that way. I do
Mhm.
apologize, but
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm getting fed up with. I'm getting fed up with CM Punk. I've had enough of him. I've had enough of his backstage shenanigans. I've had enough of his attitude. I had enough of this. I'm at my wits' end with him. Every time you turn around, he's doing something backstage to embarrass the company. And I don't understand why Tony Khan don't see the handwriting that's on the wall. This man wants to embarrass you any way he can. And I don't get it. I don't get the obsession or the love, or as everybody would put it, for him. Because this man, ever since he's come back, he has caused so much controversy behind the scenes, sending wrestlers home, um, doing something. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened here. I'm going to ask Christina for her opinion on this. All right. This was courtesy um of the PW Torch. CM Punk during All In confronted, listen to this, confronted Tony Khan in the gorilla position, followed him to the locker room, and had a heated exchange with him, and he had an intense manner towards Tony Khan. At one point, according to three different sources who have heard about the situation, told Khan he quit and chewed out Khan with a harsh phrase. So I'm gonna, Christina, let me ask you something here.
Mhm.
What do you think of this crap?
Oh, too much controversy to talk about, I guess. And let's not forget the fact that there was supposed to, I guess there was a intense confrontation between him and Jack Perry backstage.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, and I didn't hear about that part of the news. I just heard about the whole situation with that confrontation. And honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. Every time I see something come out, whether it be CM Punk, backstage conflict, the whole media scrum situation, I'm like, oh my God, it's exhausting to even want to talk about it, honestly, because we're not there to see it. We're not to see it.
No,
We're not there to see it. So we have to literally comprehend what the reports are saying. And there's also, I also want to bring up that both Punk and Perry are suspended and they won't be working the all out pay per view this Sunday. So it's too much to even discuss. I mean, I can't speak for CM Punk and I can't speak for Perry, but this whole situation is just like too much for us wrestling fans to even want to discuss, because you have people going with CM Punk, then you have people going for Perry, then you like people who are like in the middle or like confused or conflicted of these reports. And we tend to believe everything we hear or see, but we also have the tendency to express our personal opinions about the situation. And I feel like both of them, Punk and Perry, I wish they didn't have that type of interaction. If they didn't, this whole thing would have never happened. So I don't know what to tell you about this. It's just like it's so conflicting. I see a lot of reports reporting about it, and I'm conflicted to what really is going on because we're not really there to see or witness what happened. We just listen to or hear or read what the reports are saying. So I don't know which side to go to because it's conflicting. It really is.
yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Christina. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I have, and here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this happening?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this now? I'll tell you what happened with Jack Perry and yelling behind the scenes in the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
Right. I
I
just feel
mean,
like like when it comes to these incidents or backstage confrontations, I feel like why is this even happening? This shouldn't even happen to begin with. I mean, we don't know what went down. That's just it. We're not there to see, so we don't know what to believe. And it's frustrating for us wrestling fans because we're cheering for one, we're cheering for another, and then when these two wrestlers appear to have a confrontation or conflict, whatever, it literally like puts us in the middle, like where we go from there. It's hard. It's hard. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
it is because I'll tell you something. It create, and then another thing too is this situation creates a terrible environment for the environment at hand.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This
Absolutely,
is
because you would all right, let's do a comparison. Would you rather have positive morale and leadership in the locker room or negative morale and conflict in another one? What would you choose?
yeah, I would choose the one that's positive.
Thank you. And the way that this is happening is going to make Tony Khan look bad to where like backstage morale and leadership is not happening with the AEW locker room. And that's going to cause a huge problem.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What DJ Storm says, and I'm just gonna just read some of this. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but he said Punk may have a scenario where he needed to defend himself, but he should have taken a step back before Perry walked into the gorilla after hearing his comments on screen. And he should have gone to Tony Khan after what happened last year. He's been watched under a microscope,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Mm-hmm.
can't afford no more fiasco like this. Punk may have been a victim of immature here, but
Mm-hmm.
his emotions got the best of him yet again, and he brought himself down to Perry's level. He has no self control. And I agree with that.
It
I
takes a
agree with
lot. It takes a lot for one person to have self control, especially dealing with other professional wrestlers who may feel jealous or may feel like tension between other wrestlers. And honestly, if this keeps happening, the backstage morale of the AEW locker room is going to plummet.
Yeah, and again, like I said before, I say it again. Like you said, Christina, there's there's three versions of this story.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it's true. We're not there.
Mm-hmm.
We're not backstage. So we don't know what happened. All I know is, and one from what I understand, there was a lot of yelling behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's no bueno. If there's a
No,
lot of
that's
yelling
not.
behind, if there's
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of
no.
yelling behind the curtain, is that's gonna cause a huge problem. It's gonna make Tony Khan look bad to where all the wrestlers are gonna feel like, why the hell are we here? Is this the type of environment that we're gonna have to look forward to every time we come? Every time we go to work, every time we train, every time we get ourselves situated, is this it's gonna happen every time we come? Like, I don't like that. I really don't. Like, come on.
Um, I'm just so frustrated.
It is
Uh,
exhausting. It is literally exhausting.
yeah,
It is exhausting to talk about it. I kid you not.
yeah. I mean, it's just no good. This is no good. This is no good. First of all, Perry shouldn't have been. Perry should have been not acting like a child here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's one thing. And then Punk shouldn't have acted like a child. And why are you stooping your level to people? Why are you doing that? And then to confront Tony Khan like that and to try to intimidate him. That's not good.
And not only that, some people blur between fiction and reality most of the time, and I feel like, I guess with Jack Perry, I don't know, he was trying to mold himself into the heel character he portrays on TV. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But like I said, this type of stuff like this is really exhausting to talk about because we don't know what really went down. You have three sides. You have Perry's side, CM Punk side, and Tony Khan's side. And you don't know which one to believe. You feel like you're being pulled one way, pulled another way, and you'd be like, what? Well, I'm hearing one thing, I'm hearing another thing. I'm like, I don't know what to believe. Honestly, that's the way I see how the situation is. I don't know what to believe unless either one or all parties decided to even come forth and discuss it. We don't know what to believe.
Right. But I'll tell you this much, like Christina said. Both Perry and Punk have been suspended
Mm-hmm.
pending an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan did say at the media scrum that this did happen. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Khan has to stop being a fan of being a boss.
Thank you. Yes, he has to hire a marketing team to help take care of everything. And yes, you are the boss of AEW and act like it.
Yeah, and I mean, control this situation because this is embarrassing.
I usually don't watch media scrums ever since the whole situation the last time with Omega Bucks last year. I don't watch media scrums. I don't want to know about that. But like I said, I feel like media scrums or press conferences per se, as WWE would have it. I feel like with the media scrum, ever since they started with that, have you noticed it's like it's been really, really like pushing the envelope per se and making it uncomfortable to a certain extent.
Right.
That's why I hardly ever watch media scrums after AEW events. Because God forbid, like something probably went down in a media scrum that we never seen is gonna pop up on Twitter or social media a day later or hours
Right.
later.
And Fightful Select reported that Punk was frustrated with
Frust-
what was going on backstage.
frustrated.
He,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he was frustrated and had grown to the point where he told several people, including management, I hate this place.
I think I read that somewhere. I read that somewhere very briefly, I believe, when
Yeah, and the frustration has grown within many members of the roster as well. So
Yeesh.
apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Punk just can't stand anybody.
I don't know. I don't know what to believe at this point because I mean, a couple of weeks ago, remember he never lost the AEW championship after the whole thing with the media scrum last year. And the fact that he put an X on the belt and claim it as the real championship.
Right.
I wonder, is that gonna come into play when if and when CM Punk's gonna face MJF down the road and see who's gonna be the unified champion?
Well, Punk was supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen, in the main event at All Out, but that plan has now changed.
Mm-hmm.
That plan has changed because of his immature and diva attitude backstage.
And the crazy part is that All Out is in his hometown of Chicago. So
And
yeah.
yeah, and he had an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
but he blew it. So, um, I'm over the CM Punk thing. I'm over it. I'm over it. I can't do this anymore, Christina. I mean, this is he's making Tony Khan look like a chump. And it, for you to sit up there and tell people, in fact, I hate this place and all of that, and then confront Tony Khan, that's just too much.
That's just
That
over.
is just,
That's literally over the top much.
yeah, that's too much. And I'll tell you something, Tony Khan is an idiot because it would have talked to me like that, he would have been done.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if he would have talked to Triple H in WWE, he would be way
Oh,
done.
he was way done. Oh,
Yeah.
he'd be done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he'll be going so fast it wouldn't even be fun. And they were quick to pull the trigger.
I feel like the situation. I wanna see how it plays out in the upcoming weeks. I want to see after All Out takes place on Sunday if they're gonna address the situation not on camera, but if they're gonna address CM Punk somewhere in some type of capacity because this is crazy, and it's just exhausting at this point.
Yeah, it is. It is, Christina. And I'll tell you this, Christina. I'm over this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really over this.
Mm-hmm.
This is an embarrassment to this company.
It's making Tony Khan look like he can't control his company. Like, come on, like that's just like insane. And honestly, like I feel like these reports are so conflicting to where you don't know what to believe, you don't know what to do, and it's just too much, man. It's exhausting. I just want to watch a good wrestling product. I'm tired of conflicts. I'm tired of backstage negativity. I just want everybody to put on a great show and make sure everything flows smoothly without having any type of conflict or fight to literally upstage it, if you will.
No, again, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
This situation is ridiculous.
It's exhausting, dude. Like, come
Yeah, it, it,
on.
it is. It is exhausting, and not only that, it's embarrassing.
Uh-huh. It's embarrassing to where it's making Tony Khan look bad and it's gonna show like how can I say this? It's gonna make the wrestlers think like it can he control his company? It's gonna make
No.
the wrestlers think like CM Punk is in control instead of Tony Khan. And
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this much: you have to stop being a fan of these people. Tony Khan, stop being a fan of these wrestlers and control your organization and control the people behind the scenes.
In other words, stop showing favoritism.
Yes. Now, let me. What is up with this? You bring Punk back, and all of a sudden now the wheels come off the train.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this again. Ever since the all out media scrum I last year, I think it literally left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. I'm just gonna call
It
it like I see it.
did. It did because I sat there and I said, Tony Khan, I don't know if you should bring this guy back. I don't think you should. He's a diva. The man is a diva, and all he knows is to cause problems.
And also the bad thing about it is that CM Punk's mouth has no filter because he's the type of person.
No,
His mouth, he has no filter. He will call you out on it, and he will call you out on anything. He don't care. And
no,
I feel like that's gonna leave a bad taste in other people's mouths because of that.
it's no good.
You
It's,
like you're done with this. You're over it, sir. I can see it in
oh,
your face.
I just can't. I just can't.
You're just like, I'm done with this. I don't want to know about this anymore. I just want to watch a good wrestling show. Just give me something. Give me a good wrestling product and just call it a day.
Yes, exactly.
And don't let backstage politics ups of how can I say this? Don't let backstage politics overshine the product or the show.
Yeah, because this was just an historic event
Oh
for
yeah.
AEW all around. All the staff, all the hard work, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you take it
Absolutely.
and you take it and you overshadow it with this crap.
And I feel like, yeah, overshadow. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. And I feel like, we just literally was still mourning like the wrestlers that just passed. I feel like, this type of thing should have not happened at that given point in time. And that type of stuff should be addressed like behind closed doors. And that's it. But
Yeah.
it's not the way it works. I'm sorry.
No, no, and
It's just crazy. It's
he
crazy.
he has no control over his own roster. And I agree with DJ Storms here.
Mm-hmm.
They made it all about themselves.
Which is
And
really and realistically is all about the whole show.
right. And
Everybody involved works so hard to participate and go out there and deliver the best way they can, hence why they call this the biggest wrestling show in history, which is in London with over 80,000 fans. I mean, like you said, I feel like the argument overshadowed the event, which is no bueno because it was literally basically all about the fans in London all over the world attending All In this past Sunday.
I agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this show. That's it. I'm going to put Punk in a box of relevancy
Oh,
and push him off and put him on an island, ladies and gentlemen, by himself.
you're
Because
over him. I see it
I,
in your
I,
face, sir.
oh no, Chris, you have no idea. You
Oh,
have
you're way
no.
over it. You're like, I'm done with this, dude. I'm done.
I've said this. I've said this a million times. I've said this a million times over on anybody's show, any of my shows, anything that's just collaborated. It was a mistake. It was a mistake
Mm-hmm.
bringing this man back. It was a mistake. And Tony Khan sits there like a fanboy
Mm-hmm.
and fawn all over this man. And look what he's doing to your company. He keeps embarrassing you.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps confronting you. He keeps going after wrestlers. This is not what a wrestling organization should be dealing with.
Nope. Absolutely not.
You should be not dealing with this crap.
It's crazy. It's really crazy.
And I'll tell you something. If I was the owner of AEW, I ain't gonna be no fan of nobody. You mess up one time, or you threaten somebody on the staff, or you threaten talent, or you
Mm-hmm.
threaten a wrestler, you're
Mm-hmm.
done.
Oh, you don't play no games, sir.
No,
Nope.
you're done.
One and done. That's it.
There's no second chances, no second take. I don't want to hear this I'm sorry tour and all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff. That stuff does not wash
No, that's what
with me.
it's like. That's it.
Done. Done.
Your face says it's done. I can't.
Done.
I see it in your face. You can't hide it, sir.
Nope. I, done. Done.
Oh my god.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, um, before we go, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, Christina, again, I want to thank you so much for gracing your time, and I want to wish you and your lovely family a very happy Labor Day.
Thank you.
And thank you. You are welcome. And again, let me know your availability. Let me know what you can do.
Yes, sir.
I keep in touch with us on Twitter. We'd love to have you.
Mhm.
We have openings for Raw. We have openings for SmackDown, Collision. Whatever you want to do, Christina, you let us know when you are available, and I will bring you on the mothership. I will beam you aboard the
Oh,
mothership.
okay. All right. And I also want to wish you and your family and friends all over a safe and happy Labor Day weekend.
Thank you so much, Christina. We
You're
greatly
welcome.
appreciate it. Um, and Sarah says, "Are you available on Monday night?"
Monday night? Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not. I usually like
Oh,
this. I'm not available Monday night. I will be on the chat though. If I could, I'll be on the chat. So
yeah.
yeah, I could do the chat. I will, if you do like the wrestling experience, like recap shows or all that, or how can I say this, like predictions, I could be available for that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you ever are available for Wednesday or a Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
or even a Friday, if you want to do SmackDown with us,
Mm-hmm.
you're more than welcome to do it.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
door is open.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, if you didn't hear the announcement before, I'm going to say it again. On September the 28th, ladies and gentlemen, mark this date down on your calendar. Christina and Sarah will come on board the wrestling experience because it's my 100th episode of the wrestling experience.
Woohoo! 100
Christina,
episodes.
100 episodes. So it's going to be me, Christina, Sarah, and DJ Storms. All of us will be in the streams together. We're going to have fun that night, ladies and gentlemen, because it's my 100th episode. I'm going to do trivia. I'm going to ask what their best wrestling experience episode is. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I think the best wrestling experience show that I have ever done is when Christina was on the show. And we didn't, we,
Oh,
you, yes, it was when you were on the show, Christina. And that
oh.
night, ladies and gentlemen, I broke down about Eddie Kingston.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an emotional show for me.
Yeah.
It was a very emotional.
I
And
remember that. I remember that.
yes, and Christina was there, and she was brilliant. She was absolutely fabulous, ladies and gentlemen. She's always instrumental in being a part of this show and a fabric, and that is why we asked her to join the Hardcore Sports family because she deserves it. She is
Oh,
an
thank you so
absolute.
much. Don't make me cry, okay? Don't make me cry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, so join Christina, join Sarah, join DJ Storm to join me on Thursday, September the 28th, and we're going to have fun that night. And I'll tell you this, also, ladies and gentlemen, I still can't believe that this show has 100 episodes to it. I still can't believe I'm up to almost 400 subscribers.
Yay!
I still can't believe, ladies and gentlemen, I survived haters,
Oh,
technology, and everything else in between, ladies and
uh-huh.
gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
But this little cook pot and this steam engine keeps going. So it's going to be an historic night, and I hope you tune in. Christina, again, thank you so much for your time and effort here tonight. I greatly appreciate it.
Of
And
course.
and I had fun with you as always. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the rest of the rundown for the week. And you need to tune in. And Christina, you are more than welcome to join us on the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, you're welcome. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, Orange Cassidy's best friend, Mitch Kofsky. Mitch Kofsky.
He's gonna get you after that.
Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen. It will be my final telecast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
No, I
Anyway,
won't. Don't say that.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Um, so me and Mitch, ladies and gentlemen, um, me and Mitch will bring you the Friday night SmackDown watch along. So, like I said, Christine, you're welcome to join us in the chat. It is going to be a stone ass of a good time. I'm always ribbing Mitch every time I introduce him. I said, Orange Cassidy's best friend, ladies and gentlemen, his bloke. Here comes me. Here comes Mitch Thompson.
You should put underneath his name Orange Cassidy's best friend. Oh god, he's gonna get me for that. I'm pretty sure.
Sarah says you're awesome, Christina.
Oh yeah, thank you, Sarah. So are you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, me and Mitch will bring you the SmackDown Watch Along. That's tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we move over to All Out. All Out will happen this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will be on the air for All Out at 7:50. And again, Christina, you're welcome to join us in the chat.
Thank
We
you.
will we will be on the air at 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be me. It'll be Orange Cassidy's best friend, Mitch Kofsky, and the one, ladies and gentlemen, Mac the Giants fan, and Sarah will all be there to bring you all out. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we move over to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, me and Sarah will bring you the fallout from Payback. And it will be interesting. Let's see what kind of fallout show we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Let's,
Look,
yeah,
I don't know what's gonna happen to payback, but we will see.
yeah. Sarah says Mitch is the president of the Orange Cassidy fan club. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that tomorrow night for
Oh,
SmackDown. Oh yes,
oh
Sarah.
my god. Vince
You
is not
just
gonna
gave
like that.
You just gave me fuel to do something. Yes, thank you, Sarah. Thank you
She
so much.
added fuel to the fire.
Chestnuts roasting on an open
Oh my god.
fire.
Yo, we're not even near Christmas yet.
I know. I just thought I brought that in, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Just join us tomorrow night for the Friday night SmackDown. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our show. Again, I want to thank Christina for her time and her energy and everything else. She was fabulous as always. Again, like I said, tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we return with Friday night SmackDown. We hope that you'll join us on that telecast and that journey with me and Orange Cass and the president of the Orange Cassidy fan club, Mitch Kowski.
Oh, he's never gonna hear the end of it. I swear.
No, I don't think so. It didn't come from me, Mitch. It didn't come from me.
Not for me either. I'm innocent in this.
I'm just the messenger. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching on the Hardcore Sports Network. And please follow us on Twitch at Hardcore Sports One. Follow us on Instagram at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on Twitter at Hardcore Sports and of course subscribe to the YouTube channel. And please follow Christina and Sarah. They are absolutely fabulous on Twitter. You'll get to have a good time with them, I guarantee you. So ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoy your weekend. Have a safe Labor Day. And I'll be back with you again tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown. For the lovely Christina, I'm Earl Cole. Good night, America.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.